Rule of law. Easy way to understand about rule of law. What is rule of law? Introduction. The principle of the rule of law can be traced back to the writings of philosophers in ancient Rome and Greece. For example, the rule of law is preferable to that of an individual, has been attributed to the Greek philosopher Aristotle. For instance, be you ever so high, the law is above the you. 9 dimensions of rule of law. 1. Constraints on government powers. 2. Absence of corruption. 3. Open government. 4. Fundamental rights. 5. Order and security. 6. Regulatory enforcement. 7. Civil justice. 8. Criminal justice. 9. Informal justice. Rule of law. The expression rule of law derived from French phrase, les principes de légalité, that is a government based on the principles of law. It was expounded for the first time by Sri Edward Coke and was developed by Professor A.V. Dicey in his book The Law of Constitution published in 1855. As per Professor A.V. Dicey, the rule of law means the absolute supremacy or predominance of the regular law as opposed to the influence of arbitrary power and excludes the existence of arbitrariness or even of wide discretionary authority on the part of the government. The rule of law, in its most base form, is the principle that no one is above the law. The rule follows logically from the idea that truth and therefore law is based upon fundamental principles which can be discovered, but which cannot be created through an act of will. Rule of law under the Constitution of India. The preamble of Indian Constitution clearly sets out the principle of rule of law, when it lays down the objectives of social, economic and political justice, equality of status and opportunity and fraternity and dignity of individual in India. Part 3 of the Constitution lays down the fundamental rights guaranteed to every citizens of the country. The rights are justifiable under Articles 32 and 226 which ensure then a protection from any legislative or executive encroachments. Bakan Singh vs. State of Punjab, popularly known as death penalty case. The rule of law permeates the entire fabric of the Constitution and indeed forms one of its basic features. The rule of law excludes arbitrariness, its postulate is intelligence without passion, and reason free from desire. Wherever we find arbitrariness or unreasonableness, there is denial of the rule of law. In State of Bihar vs. Sonawati Kumari, court held that it is the essence of the rule of law that every authority within the state including the executive government should consider itself bound by and obey the law. Marbury vs. Madison 1803. The U.S. Supreme Court upheld the supremacy of the Constitution and established the principle of judicial review, which allows the court to strike down laws enacted by the federal or state legislatures that the court considers in violation of the Constitution. Orion Legal Associates. Cochin 18. Thank you for watching video. Please subscribe for further updates.